Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered! Today we're going to have a match between Hirororororo and Jaehoon, Hero and Fighting Spirit. This is actually going to be a twofer. It's going to be Hero versus a Protoss player and versus another Zerg player. I hope the ZVZ will satiate those of you who want to see a mirror match without driving away the people who do not like mirror matches. I think this is going to be the way I'm going to do it from now on. But if you have any feedback, let me know in the comments. Bottom left-hand corner, we're going to have the purple Zerg player. It's going to be Hirororororo. And in the bottom right-hand corner, it's going to be the orange Protoss player, Jaehoon 77777. Alright, so a ZVP here for you today. As part of a non-sneaky twofer between these two players, this replay and the other one was sent to me by somebody who's a fan of Hero to falconpaladin@gmail.com and said, hey, this is my favorite player. Would you mind casting some of his stuff? And I said, absolutely. He's playing against people that I recognize, names that I'm familiar with. Let's get him on in here, and we'll get him featured and shown on the channel. That sounds like a great idea. I think I'll be doing that about once a week. Maybe one of the three casts will be maybe some lesser-known players sometimes, and the other two will be of players you definitely know and love. This Probe, why are you hanging out here, Probe? What are you doing? Maybe you got stuck on the ramp. I don't know. But regardless, this Jaehoon guy, he is currently a retired StarCraft programmer from Korea, played for Jin Air Green Wings before officially retiring in 2016. But he still plays. He still plays the StarCraft from time to time. He was captain of NBC Game Hero prior to that organization's disbanding, and also one of the few players who were featured in Televised Gamers as an amateur gamer before everything got too crazy. So interesting here for sure. Very happy to see him playing somebody of Hero's caliber. Now, I don't know, that was a weird way to say it, because honestly, Hero's caliber, I don't know what his caliber is. I cannot find this guy anywhere in the StarCraft. I can't find him in Wikipedia. Google doesn't know who he is. I searched the Smurf list for Hero. No, nothing. Nothing present at all. It's very weird for sure. But anyway, if you haven't, I mean, if you know who this is, if he has another name he goes by more frequently, let me know in the comments, and maybe I'll fix the title here. But for now, it's going to be a Hirororororo non-sneaky twofer. Pool here, pool first. Our hatchery not even close to being done yet. It's going to be some Ling pressure, but we do have a cannon on the way. This is just something that Jaehoon's done a million times. He's going to go ahead and bring some probes on over to defend against this. This probe sees what's coming out. Ooh, sending one Ling out. Little sneakily, this drone coming up the left way too. Where the what? There were some more Zerglings here, I thought. Was it just two? Maybe you just made two. It is really weird to me to make that early of a pool and then just go for two Zerglings, but I guess you're not getting much done here. Jaehoon knows what he's doing. Throws up the gateway. He's got the cannon present. He's getting the Nexus there too. Third hatch on the way from Hero. On this left side, this is not the traditional location to go for a third base on this map against a Protoss player. Generally, you want it up here, and you want it on the low ground at this natural, and then you take your fourth base up here. But Hero being a little bit unorthodox, which I am totally 100% okay with. Alright, so second hatch is done here for Hero. He's going to saturate that just a little bit. His third base is in production quite nicely here too, and the Forge Expand does allow Jaehoon to do that. If this was a one-base play, he would not be going for the third hatch. There'd be pressure on the way from Jaehoon for sure. He is getting a Cybernetics core now, which is going to allow him to get teched up to different levels of Protoss attack, all of which can be very good against Zerg. We definitely do want to see the splash damage. We want to see Reavers, we want to see Storm, we want to see Archons. All these things are super viable against Zerg players, just because everything Zerg has is pretty low HP and squishy, with the exception of Ultralisks, probably. Everything else dies very fast. Devourers, too. Surprisingly. Devourers are surprisingly tanky. You just never see them in these games at all. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about Devourers that suck in the multiplayer, but I guess they have a slow fire rate, and they're very expensive, and they don't move very fast. It's not very part of the Zerg ethos, is how I would explain that. Zealot trying to push on out, but no, there's too many Zerglings out right now. Metabolic Boost is on the way. Actually closer to done than I thought it was. So the Zealot not interested in pushing out against Speedlings. There's another pylon coming up here. Didn't go nuts with the cannons, you'll notice. Some lower level Protoss players will get 2-3 cannons here, just maybe because there's a Zergling rush coming at you, but you can't do that. It's just wasting resources that you can use for probes and stuff otherwise. Stargate warping in here. On the right side for Jaehoon. And throwing up Hydralisk Den and a macro hatch at the front for Hero. So he's going to macro hatch at the front. He's got a Hydralisk Den here too. So Hydras are just kind of your all-purpose warriors in Brood War, especially against Terran, especially against Protoss. Hydras are pretty darn great. Just don't stand in a storm and just don't take a Reaver hit is the general concept there. Corsair production has begun, obviously, as scouts are way expensive and generally kind of suck for what you need them to be. So you generally won't see scouts in these games, which is a-okay. Another hatch on the way from Hero. He wants that larva production, and he doesn't want the income to go along with it. This tells me this is going to be a pretty aggressive opening here from Hero. Actually, not sure how long this game is, but I will be casting the ZVZ later on after it. So Corsair working on killing this Overlord. First Hydra out, though. Pretty much great timing there from Hero. Fantastic. Popping it out. Timing it just so the Corsair can't have an easy time killing these Overlords, and Overlords here in the main base to kill anyway. So you can fly around all you want, Corsair, buddy. You're not going to find anything whatsoever. Actually, the game timer, why is that not showing? My settings keep getting reset because of nothing that I can tell. I don't know what it is. The remastered client is glitchy, which, I mean, it's 20 years old. The underpinnings of the client are 20 years old, so hey. What do you want from me? What do you want from the remastered client? Anyway, we're getting leg enhancements for Zealots, making a lot of Zealots here. Any sign of a Templar Archives for those Dark Templar? Nope, absolutely not. Just going to go for the Corsair. Not going to go nuts with the Corsair. Just going to have a group hanging on out. We got some Hydras behind a wall. No Sunkens whatsoever here. And yeah, the Zerglings will be able to see if the Zealots move out anytime soon. They're working on +1 attack, which is fantastic. There's the Templar Archives. Remember how I was like, I don't know about this. But definitely Templar Archives coming on in. Zealots trying to go ahead and take care of these Lings cannons. Ooh, that's not even a wall. What? Oh, no. That wasn't even a wall. I'm pretty sure Jaehoon did not know that. Zerglings coming in. They're going to try to pick off some of these probes. But the probes, they can fight back a little bit. There's a cannon coming up in this mineral line here, too. That's what he's dealing with. For the defense is just waiting for that cannon to finish. Oop, and killing a Zergling that gets too close to the Zappy boys. Zealots, they're going to have this is a real nice timing attack. +1 and leg enhancements. Leg enhancements is almost done. But look at all those Hydras and look at that horrible wall you have to deal with. Maybe the third base is a little bit more friendly to what you're trying to do here. Yeah, they're going to go to the third base instead, which this back ramp is, well, kind of being protected, but not really. Zealots going for it, though, anyway, man. They're working on +2, but the +1 is here. Can they get up this ramp versus these Hydralisks? Not really. Only 2 of them can attack it at once right now. They are getting on top of the Hydras and causing some problems. The Corsairs are going to fly in while the Hydras are otherwise distracted, but nope, too many Hydras are still here. And the Overlords are protected from the Corsair attacks. Just the mass Hydra play by Hero is really good right now. Really, really fantastic. He's working on missile attacks. And it's pretty much just Hydra, and all-day Hydra. Storm's about 50% complete here for Jaehoon. Lot of cannons, desperation cannons coming up right now. He recognizes the threat of this Hydralisk counterattack can be extremely dangerous. The cannons are starting to warp in, but they're not quite here yet. And the Hydras are going to try to finish off the ones that are... It looks like he's going after the one that's already done, which is fine. This High Templar is sitting here like, hey guys, I'm just waiting to get enough energy to throw down a cannon, or a storm, rather. That's not great at all. The Corsairs, though, they're just sacrificing themselves so this front door can go down and be protected, which I still don't think it is at all. It's 61 to 45 total supply. Ooh, here we go. There's a storm. Excellent storm, actually. Dang. That wounds the Hydras a lot. And then the cannons are a lot better than they normally would be. This High Templar has a storm, too. Are the Hydras trying to bait one out? I feel like, ooh, DT's coming out as well. Ooh, but there are Overlords coming in. There are Overlords coming in here. The DTs are going to hide in the corner. Storm picks off a couple of the Hydralisks. And the pressure is still on here. And they're going to go ahead and get that gateway. They're going after the Forge. They might deny the +2 attack upgrade. These Hydras are putting in work right now for Hero. Forge gone. Cannons remaining. There are enough pylons where they can't just be, depowered by a single pylon attack. Oh, this Archon has to kill his own cannon to get out. Oh, no. Oh no, DT's trying to do stuff, but there are Hydralisks and there are Overlords present. Dark Templar, this is not the place for you, my friend. I'm sorry. I understand you want it to happen. You have a nice sweet orange cape, but it's not going to work out at all. Replacing his Forge is Jaehoon. Zealots just can't engage against this many Hydralisks. They've got +1 attack. The Zealots wish they had +2 attack, but they don't because, again, that Forge got killed and the upgrade was denied. Heading on over to a Spire is Hero. And still sitting on 3 bases, the problem here for Jaehoon. He can't get out is the problem. The cannons keep him safe, but the cannons also mean he didn't really have the resources to expand at this point in the game. Got some defensive High Templar here hanging on out. I love the Overlord spread from Hero. The Corsairs are gone. The Overlords can go wherever they want now. Oh, 11 Mutalisks in production here too. Jaehoon is in a massive amount. Just a humongous amount of trouble right now. Hey, what I was thinking about doing too, if you're still listening to this, is I'm thinking about doing a bit of a kind of a cheese compilation for the Brood War games, right? I find a whole ton of short little Brood War games that are just rushes, that are 6 pools, that are, you know, proxy gateways, stuff like that, and then we just do a whole bunch of them and have a good time. If you're interested in that, let me know in the comments. We'll talk about it. All right, so the Mutas are here, and I think this just might be it. For Hero, he's like, oh, all my Corsairs are dead. This is why you have to keep your Corsairs alive, because these Mutalisks are mean. And, oh, good Storm, though. Beautiful Storm. Can he maybe hold this? Is the question. Is there a Corsair? There are a couple of Corsair back here. If you can get a Storm off and then let the Corsair get their splash damage off, maybe the Mutas aren't as good as you thought they would be. Dark Templar are trying to sneak into the main base, but Overlord has speed. He'll defend this quite nicely. Nice Storm drop on the natural base of Hero, taking some damage there too. Dark Templar gets 0 kills. A 4, he dies. Are you trying to get another Storm off? Well, you're dead now. The Mutas came back to defend that, and Mutas will shut down a Templar drop fairly quickly indeed. 110 to 98 supply. Jaehoon still has not been able to expand here. He's got the Zealots. He's got the High Templar. He's got an Archon here too. He's working on Singularity Charge to increase the Dragoon range attack upgrade, which is pretty good against Hydralisks, actually. If you can hit them from distance with Dragoon attacks, you're going to have a pretty good time with it. Mutalisks still just being incredibly annoying. Oh, picking off High Templar. Taking shots from these Corsair, though. Woo! Bunch of these guys are... Wow! Alright, maybe not. Maybe not the best control there from Hero. His Mutaflock is down to 2, and that's when Jaehoon taps out. Wait, what? Hold your horses. What is going on right now? This game sometimes. All right. I know I've done this a couple times recently, but I really need to know what the heck that was. All right. So we get that up there. We get... just everything disappears these days. All right. So it's 121 to 98 supply. I mean, sure, a 4th base is on the way from Jaehoon. Did all of his High Templar die here? What? What was it? Let's pay attention. Oh. Oh, it was. Okay, it was. I was too focused on the Mutalisks getting obliterated, but every single High Templar got picked off during that attack. They sacrificed themselves so the Hydras could live. And that's why Jaehoon tapped out there. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough indeed. The Mutatech switch, once all the Corsairs were gone, really causing problems, giving time for Hero to expand again and again and again. And he's got a whole ton of Hydras out here. They are sitting on +1 attack. Are they working on further upgrades? Yeah, they're working on +2. It's going to be there soon enough. And really, Storm Zealot Archon is a lot better than just Zealot Archon against Hydras, as it turns out. So good job. Good job by Hero getting the win in game 1. Let's check out game 2 in a ZVZ against Sox-tree. So we'll be right back. All right. So it's going to be game 2 here of our non-sneaky twofer. Oh, let's check out that real quick here. Yeah, we're on fastest. Okay. I don't know why that changes so much, but whatever. Okay. Bottom left-hand corner in our ZVZ is going to be Hero. Well, Hirororororo, the red Zerg player. Far, far away in the top right-hand corner is going to be the white Zerg player, Sox-tree. Sox-tree is a StarCraft programmer from Korea who formerly played for My Insanity before retiring. So he played for SK Telecom T1 as well. Was also involved in Pro League type stuff here. Home Story Cup, StarCraft 2 player, but also plays the Brood War at the same time. So interested to see how this is going to work out for him, where I don't think he's very well known as a Brood War player, but I think a lot of the skills do translate. I'm very interested to see where this is going to go. The only other ZVZ I've cast on the channel has kind of turned into a Hydra Scourge versus Muta style play, which I imagine is still in the bag here for today, at least in the possibility bag. And that's going to be a pull from Hirororororo. Definitely going for that pull here. Sox-tree seems like he's a little bit late. Seems like he's a little late on what he's trying to do. There's enough money for a spawning pool. Is he going to try to go hatch first against Hirororororo? I don't know. It looks like he might be going for the hatch first. So fair enough. He's not behind. He just went for the Overlord. Whereas Hero went for the pool and then for the Overlord as well as an extractor here. So good job. Good job by you, Billy. Sox-tree is just fine. 8, 9, and there is the 300 hatch first at about 12 supply. So this actually is a little bit better than the pool first, especially in a 4-player map where you spawn cross positions. Zerglings that are slow by definition. And as a result, if they come for you, first they have to find you. And then second of all, they have to run the entire way clear across this map to try to find you and murder you. And it's just not easy to do. So we do have 3 sets of lings on the way. This is a very standard build that Hero is going for here. Wants to get that early pressure out. Sox-tree should be prepared for it. He's got his pool on the way here. Overlord scouting the right side. Isn't even in a position to where he can say he knows if Sox-tree is here yet or not. So you're going to have to send some lings out, man. You have to send them to the top left at least. At least 1 over there. And that means you only have 5 Zerglings instead of 6. Or you just gamble. Right? Do you just gamble and say, alright, it's probably just across the way here. And cross spawn is where it's at, and by golly, I think he got it. I think he's doing it. I think he's heading right on across the map here. Yeah, this base, he knows there's no creep here, so definitely not there. And the Zerglings are going to try to knock down this hatchery. First of all, the spawning pool is done. There are lings on the way from Sox-tree. He's going to have to pull drones if he's going to save this thing, is what he's going to have to do. The hatchery pops. There's no canceling it at all. There's even more Zerglings on the way from Hero. Yeah, the drone's coming down. Do they want to try to save this thing or not? Is the only question of the day. The defensive Zerglings are on the way. They're going to start popping here eventually. The drones are doing the drone stack trick here. Here we go. Zerglings defending. Zerglings trying to hold and down to 100 HP. I think he saved the hatch. I think he pulled the drones and saved the hatch. He has some defensive lings here too. These lings getting on up into the main base, but no, getting chased away by defensive Zerglings from Sox-tree. And, oh, getting some extra hits off on this hatchery. Down to 77 HP now. Really forcing Sox-tree to defend here exceptionally well. APM is 500 for Sox-tree right now. We're Heroes at 373. Any extra hits these lings can get on this thing are going to be gold. They're going to be gold, Jerry. Gold. And look who's not even bothering to go for an expansion. He's going for a very quick Spire. Is Hero right now. I kind of like it. Kind of like the one-base Muta play. We saw that against from Octzerg in that 2v2 that I cast last week. If you missed that, you really should go back and watch it. It was a lot of fun. It was involving Nada on one team and Octzerg on the other team, a Macedonian Zerg player. And it got nuts real fast. And it ended up being a one-base Muta play from Octzerg, and he was real good with those Mutas for a very long time. There's no way to regen the health on this hatchery. You just have to wait for it to slowly creep back up over time. Oh, he's upgrading it to a lair. Does that... Oh man, my StarCraft knowledge. I have been exposed further. Does turning this into a lair return all the HP? Because it changes it into a different building, right? Just like if you take a wounded Hydralisk and turn it into a lurker, it becomes, right? It becomes a full, yeah, it does. A full HP lurker. Same thing with Mutalisks into Guardians. Same deal. All right, so let's see this. I like this play from Sox-tree a lot because Hero devoted a lot of stuff into sending those early lings out, and if he just loses all the damage he took on this lair in one fell swoop, it's going to be incredible. Also, it's 2 base right now. Hero's going for Mutas, which I am fairly certain Sox-tree has no idea are coming at all. He is throwing up a creep colony. He's throwing up an evolution chamber. The Overlord, I don't think, has scouted much of anything here. Let's take a look at... Sox-tree's vision. Oh, he's got an over. Never mind. He just scouted the Spire. He's good. He sees the mutas are on the way. That is an evolution chamber. This is a spore colony. Go. Yes, immediately. He needs to turn these suckers into spore colonies like yesterday. Immediately. He has the resources for it. What is going on, Sox-tree? Oh boy. Oh boy. Where are the mutas? Where are the mutas at? They're in production. They're moving on out. Some of them are here. Okay, spore colony, spore colony, spore colony, and spore colony. Okay, I like what we're seeing here from Sox-tree. I really do. These spores are going to be incredibly useful in dealing with these mutalisks. Getting a spire of his own. It's Sox-tree as well here. And here comes the mutaflock. There's only 4 of them for Hero. He might just be going for map control at this point. Might just be saying, your lings can't get out because my mutas will track them down. Yeah, taking any shots from spore colonies is really bad. Although, killing these Zerglings, stacking up like a boss, trying to pick off these Zerglings from the sky is not a bad move either. I mean, maybe don't even engage with the spore colonies, right? Just try to kill as many lings as you can, and then when your lings come in... Oh, wait, science. Science says we regained a bit of health there on the lair, but not a whole ton. And they get the 1 spore. Nicely done. Another creep colony trying to get up here. Another creep colony trying to get up here. Ling counterattack from Sox-tree. He recognizes these mutas are a big problem right now. A humongous problem right now. Is there anything? There's a sunken here and a sunken here. So 2 sunkens and some defensive mutas. The defense here is fantastic. Honestly, out of hero. I think one of the sunkens is going to die, but... that's going to be about it, honestly. The positioning here is great, too. The lings can't get us around at all. Wow. 2 sunkens and a couple of mutas. That's really all it takes, guys. That sunken is almost dead. 25 HP, but it's not dead yet. Evolution chamber, if that gets killed, that's a problem. Vespene Geyser, second one being taken here, and he is making some mutas of his own to try to defend in this situation. We got some more and more mutas on the way. It's a 1-base play, man. This is 1 base muta out of Hero, trying to get that pressure up, trying to kill his opponent. The longer this goes on, the worse it is for him, though. Scourge are out for Sox-tree. Oh, man. Scourge hits are a big deal. Scourge hits are a really, really big deal. Also, making that to a spore colony is also a fantastically huge deal. You should do it. You should do it. Zerglings getting chased away by defensive lings from Hero. Scourge flying on in. Ooh, maybe free muta kill if you hit this guy. I think they will. Huh. Oh, wait. Hold on. No! What? They flew right over him. Sox-tree, no! I don't think he knew that was there. Oh, he could have killed a muta. That would have been great. That would have been actually really, really good. Alright, so muta Scourge here, defending against muta. Hero still not expanding, man. He's using every bit of money he gets, every bit of gas he gets on the mutalisks and Zerglings, and some Scourge of his own. I don't know if that got a hit off. Oh, it looks like it did get a hit off, possibly. Possibly it did. Alright, so I got 9 mutalisks here from Hero versus a whopping 3 from Sox-tree. But defensive spore colonies are here. Zerglings rolling on in, trying to get something done. Recognizing the ling count isn't all that healthy for Sox-tree. Oh, they're trying to take down that spore. They're all going to die in the process, but they are injuring it, which is nice. That was a bit of a gamble there from Hero. 523 APM from Sox-tree here. 5, and he's sitting on 78 minerals. But 2 base. But 2 base is it. And Hero taps out. Yeah. He recognized he could not kill Sox-tree in the time it took before he ended up dead. And he tapped out there. So Sox-tree gets the win in our little ZVZ, little quick 6 pool versus a hatch first into a subsequent pool there. And yeah, almost lost that second hatchery. That would have helped a lot for Hero's claims here to victory, was killing that hatchery, but couldn't quite get it done. So good job by him, ZVZ fans. That was a really interesting one for sure. Fairly standard stuff. The 1 base and muta play out of Hero, but that's going to be it for me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.